One more comment that the Mishnah Berurah makes about Tefillah b'tzibur. The Mishnah Berurah, again, in Sadi, Sif Kotan Kovchet, the Mishnah Berurah says this: Ikar Tefillah b'tzibur hu Tefillat Shmona Esrei. We have to remember that the main part of Tefillah b'tzibur, the main part of the Tefillah that should be accomplished with a quorum, is Shmona Esrei. The Hainu sheitpalalu asara nashim shem gdolim biyachad. The 10 people who are adults, halachic adults, after bar mitzvah, should daven together and say Shmona Esrei. And he says that there is a mistake that people ordinarily make. And they think that the obligation to daven b'tzibur is an obligation only on saying Kaddish, Kedusha, and Baruch Hu. Of course, Kaddish, Kedusha, and Baruch Hu you can't say without a tzibur. But he says, as a result, what happens is people come late to davening, they make it up, they're ahead of the tzibur, behind the tzibur, and they're not so interested in the Shmona Esrei, saying the Shmona Esrei with the tzibur. And this is a terrible error. It is obligatory for everybody to come to shul early enough so that he could daven whatever he has to daven and be up to Shmona Esrei with the tzibur. Right? And that way he accomplishes the mitzvah of Tefillah b'tzibur. Tefillah refers not only to those dvarim shebekdusha, those special parts of the prayer that can only be said in a minyan, but it refers especially to the Shmona Esrei. And while it's true, and this is what we've been trying to explain, why it's certainly true that you can say Shmona Esrei alone, at home, or wherever you happen to be, and therefore everybody understands that not having a minyan, not being able to go to shul, does not exempt you from the obligation of tefillah. You have to say tefillah, Shmona Esrei, wherever you are, on every day of the year. However, the obligation of tefillah b'tzibur it refers especially to the obligation of saying Shmona Esrei. And that obligation of saying Shmona Esrei is b'tzibur, with 10, with a minyan, and somehow the Shmona Esrei, which is where we make bakashot, where we ask God for help and salvation, that's where we need the edge of tefillah b'tzibur. So on the one hand, the obligation of tefillah is a real obligation, whether it's Doraita or D'Rabbanan, and we have to fulfill that obligation every day, Shachrit and Mincha, and now also Ma'ariv. Nevertheless, we try, we have to push ourselves to fulfill that obligation, b'tzibur, with a minyan of people who are davening together. And each of us has to daven with that minyan. It's not enough to be there when the minyan is davening, or to kind of feel the good vibes of the minyan davening in the Beit HaKnesset, but we have to daven with the minyan in order to get the edge of Tefillah b'tzibur. Tefillah b'tzibur doesn't mean that you are with a tzibur, they're davening, and you're doing something else. Tefillah b'tzibur means you're davening together, especially the words of the Shmona Esrei.